to another episode of A Drummer's Guide to. So today's question is from Ben Lauter, my good friend Ben, who I've been speaking to for about a year and a half now. He lives in LA, he's a songwriter, and he is a mad film buff and obviously music buff as well. So super cool guy, so I'm really glad that I get to answer this for him. So his question is, what is my music consumption like and what really hooks me when I listen to music? So let's go into the first bit. So my music consumption. So it's an interesting thing. As a session player, obviously, a lot of the time I'm listening to music that I have to learn, basically. It's not necessarily things that I would choose to listen to, but if it's for work, then I'm going to listen to it, I'm going to learn it, I'm going to absolutely nail it, I'm going to absolutely obsess over it. And the way that I do that is just getting into the song and finding things about it that I absolutely love, and then just getting my teeth into it and just hanging on to it. Then I bring my own spin of my own experiences and link that to that song or music or whatever it is, and that's how I sort of consume that music if I'm learning it. However, if I'm listening to music for my own pleasure, which it does happen, but I'll be honest, because of the rate that I am learning music, if I have time off, I actually don't listen to music to relax. I'd rather listen to audiobooks or talk radio. I find people so fascinating, and podcasts as well. Like I just find stories so interesting, and it's usually non-fiction books or whatever, or talk radio as I said, or podcasts, but it always involves someone sort of story, their experiences, so that always just I just love it. That makes me relax more than anything. However, when I do decide to listen to music, because sometimes you just got that hankering to listen to music, yes. I generally go nostalgic. That's my thing. I basically, depending on what's going on, if I really need to be comforted, I'll probably listen to something that I used to listen to as a kid. So that could be anything from the Beatles, obviously, to Led Zeppelin, or maybe some, I don't know, Nirvana, or some of the Prodigy, or Oasis, or things like that. If I want something that is from a little bit further on, maybe Incubus or Muse or I don't know, Jeff Buckley, things like that. And then sort of the more later period stuff is, I don't know, John Paul White, Moses Sumney, is the Joni Mitchell, and then I don't know, from back in the day, obviously the band and Neil Young, Radiohead, who this t-shirt is actually from, which is random. I thought I'd wear it because I knew I was talking about music today. One of my favourite all-time bands, Radiohead, very cool. Or Portishead if I want to feel a bit depressed. I mean that in the nicest way possible. Massive Attack. Anyway, I have this pool, this collection of music, and if I want to feel comforted, then I will just go nostalgic. If I'm, stressed, I'll go nostalgic. However, sometimes I just want to be inspired and see what's around and maybe find a new artist. Then I'll go to websites like SoundCloud, Bandcamp, or my absolute favourite is Hype Music. If you don't know it, go check it out. So basically it's a hub of where every day when any new music is blogged about, it's kind of directed here, and it's like this long playlist of all the new music that's come out that day or has been written about that day. It might be older stuff, but generally it's like new artists, and you can streamline it by genre and by where people are from, or remixes or no remix. It's just so good. There's some crazy stuff on there, but I've found some amazing stuff on there, so I'm a big fan of that. So that's where I'll go if I really am feeling like, I want to get inspired. Then Hype Music is basically where I go. In terms of what hooks me, I may not seem it, but generally speaking, it's quite either dark melodies or sort of quite emotional or dark lyrics. I'm not one for sitting here and listening to, I don't know, S Club 7 or something, and that's all good and well, and there's definitely a time and a place for that. But if I'm hooked on a song, it's generally it's the lyrics. It can be literally a line, and I'll just be like, oh my god. And it might be because of what it's the words are, it might be the vocal line, the melody. I don't even know what it is a lot of the time, but I do know that I know what that feeling is. And as I say, I get that from all those bands that I've listed in various different sort of ways. But yeah, when you do find music that makes you feel like that, it's that makes me feel like that, it's a really special moment. And then I become completely obsessed with them. Yay! And then I listen to everything that they've ever done, and will probably continue to listen to everything they will ever do. But that's, that's music. You fall in love. You fall in love with songs, or I do. I certainly do. But I'm exactly the same when it comes to recording. The first thing that I do, without even thinking about it, is I learn the lyrics. It's crazy. I sit and learn these songs to record, and if you've watched any of my live streams, you'll see I just listen to it once, chart it, and then go play it. But I often find myself singing along to the songs when I've only heard them once, and generally speaking, that to me means that it's a song that I've really connected with and I consider to be very good. Obviously, music is art. Art is subjective, and each to their own. But yeah, it's a really interesting thing. So yeah, I think that's what hooks me basically. Anyway, I should stop now. Ben, thank you so much for the question. That was a really interesting one. I like that. If you've got any questions yourself that you'd like me to answer, any subjects you'd like me to cover at all, anything about my experience in the music industry, blah, 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 I can ramble on for as long as you want me to, and I'd love to share that with you. Equally, if you think that any of these videos, this series, would benefit any of your musician friends or any other friends, please feel free to pass it on, subscribe, do all that good stuff, and let me know what you think in the comments below. Let me know what your favourite bands are. Let me know what hooks you when it comes to music, or about your music consumption. Tell me, I want to know about you. Like, I've just sat here and spoken for the last 7.5 minutes about me, so you tell me about you. Much more interesting, please. Anyway, right, I will be back next week with another subject. Who knows what it's gonna be? I don't know. But yeah, I hope you're having a good day, and I will see you again soon. All right, lots of love. Bye bye.
The drum is gone.